Schiopetto. You guys know our love for these wines. This isn't a shock to see a quartet of Schiopetto wines in front of me, is it? You guys have bought hundreds of cases of Schiopetto wines from us over the last decade, and we hope you continue to do so, because for our money, these are some of the most inspiring wines produced in Collio today. And you know, the thing is, Collio, it's a hotbed of action. You know, Collio, not to mention, you know, all of Friuli, Venezia Giulia. There's so much going on here with white wine. So many different grape varieties, styles, nuance, mojo, vinification styles changing. There's a lot of action in this area, which we adore because there's so much great wine coming out of here. But if you want the straight up archetypal, classic, kick-ass, brilliant Collio white wine, you go to Schiopetto. Schiopetto. So Mario Schiopetto was the pioneer, the man that started it all. Mario Schiopetto was one of the first cats to actually travel, see other people's vineyards, figure out what to do in his own vineyard back in his native Collio with regards to, you know, trellising techniques, vineyard work, etc. And then his other thing, once he got into the winery, steel. All stainless steel. Why F with what you worked so hard the entire year on, right? Why screw it up? Let's get this stuff in the bottle, straight off the vineyard in the purest fashion possible. So that's what you have. You have insane vineyard work. You have old vines. You have no oak, no makeup, nothing. So you just get purity of flavor. And that's what we love about the Schiopetto wines, because these guys are packed with flavor, packed with complexity. Each one of the four shows off their varietal unmistakably. When you taste the Sauvignon, it's Sauvignon. The Friulano, boom. The razzleberry tastes like razzleberries. You know, it's that sort of deal where all these wines are just, bam. His Pinot Grigio, one of the best in Italy. The Pinot Bianco, unbelievable. You know, for shits and giggles, I opened the Friulano, because that's kind of like the most, is it the most Collio? Yeah, it's kind of like the native grape of the area. You old heads used to know it as Tokai Friulano, but they had to take the name Tokai off quite some time back, actually, because Hungary was getting all pissed off. So now it's just Friulano. What the heck, cool. But what we have here in the 23 vintage is something pretty unique, pretty special. It is one of the winery's favorite vintages ever. They love the 23s, but part of that love is because of the work they had to go through. Mother Nature threw these guys a dozen curveballs in 23. They had mildew. They had to do tons of work in the vineyards with regards to vineyard care and, you know, working out for rot, et cetera, et cetera. And they got all the vineyards in these prime locations, got them all dialed in, and tons of work. Hail. They got hail. Knocked off another batch of the crop. But as we see with hail, well, it's always a curse. Hail always sucks. There's nothing good about hail. But if there's one thing remotely half positive, is that what happens is the remaining grapes in these much lower yielding vineyards now produce extreme fruit, extreme concentration of fruit characters. And when the season can kind of can stave off the heat and stays cool, then you have fabulous textures, powerful aromas, and intense concentration in these stainless steel aged wines. And that's what we have here. We literally tasted the whole lineup, and you know, I'd say, I don't know, 7 out of 10 years we'll pick and choose some stuff. And then there's like 2 or 3 years out of 10 where we're like, F it, we can't choose. So just all of it, send all of it. And this is one of those years where we tasted every wine out of the lineup and went like, yup, 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 send it, right? Because it's like, what, are you gonna tell the Sauvignon no? Sauvignon's brilliant. No. So this is an extreme power lineup from Schiopetto. So you got one of the best producers in a great year for them. I love these wines. They're so detailed. The aromas just jump out of the glass. There's like stone fruit character, but it's a really reserved stone fruit character. And around it, you get like haze and grasses and almost like wheat. You get spices. You get floral notes out of these wines. Oh, yes. Bravo. The combination of richness in the center palate with cut is what we adore, right? You get both. It's not lean, it's not fat. It's rich and it's vertical. It's razor-like. When you get that, that's as good as white wine gets, man. Like, seriously. This Friulano's stunning this year. This wine is just crazy good. And no artifice, no gimmicks. What can you say? When you're in the wine business, you beg for purity. You beg for authenticity. That's what we do with wine. We're not in that friggin' cookie cutter grocery store bullshit, right? What we sell is we sell purity, we sell authenticity, we sell integrity. And these wines have that. The Rotello family have owned the winery for over a decade, and these guys have just gone from strength to strength. It's how great to see the Schiopetto wines at this level of quality consistently all the time. Just remarkable. So I'm going to make it tougher on you. You're like, oh, I'm going to buy the one with the score. Oh, you're going to buy the one with the score. They're all 95 points. Womp womp. Looks like you got to buy a little bit of each of these bad boys, don't you? And we have a very aggressive price on these wines, $29.98. Super aggressive with pricing out there, but we want to get these wines in people's hands. We always do. We always think these are some of the funnest wines on planet Earth to drink. They age magnificently, and they go with every damn thing. So, long story short, a quartet of brilliant Schiopetto wines. Again, another rockstar vintage for this heralded estate. No-brainers all. Collect the set. Click buy, like us. You got to like us after this one. And subscribe. Cheers.